dude, I took that diamond pool, but now I'm feeling absolutely.
You're not wrong about that. Story of my life, dude. Oh, what's good, everybody? Yeah, there's a lot. There's quite a bit. I mean, we got companies popping off for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. We got the Farm Bill extension. There's a lot of crazy stuff we wanna chat about today, y'all. Hopefully, the rest of the fellas will pop on in here as we get going. First though, thing that blew my mind. This is a nice sigh of relief, especially if you're like myself and you live in a state like Texas where the cannabis laws are not the best. There was the Farm Bill extension for another year into 2024. You know, they had been pushing it back, trying to decide on the bill, and they couldn't. So the Biden administration, they signed a continuing resolution to avert a government shutdown. And in addition to that, it led to the extension of the 2018 Farm Bill into 2024 for a full year. So what's nice about that, the THCA loophole, we're golden for at least another year. And then what's really cool about that is before the Farm Bill will get discussed again, the election happens. So never know what might happen with cannabis with that. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. And it's so funny. It's like you said, it's weird that on one hand we have this kind of new narrative and movement of descheduling or rescheduling and, the extension of the farm bill. We have the growth of the THCA market because of the loophole. You have, on one hand, this like total forward progressive movement. But then, especially now, like with the farmers, you're seeing this weird new regressive attack where, hey, because it's still federally illegal, now all of a sudden you can't obtain your hemp license and your medical marijuana license to grow at the same time. Even though, and again, this just exposes the lack of a scientific mindset making these decisions. It just exposes hemp, marijuana, same plant. Marijuana is a slang term. It's not, there's no actual genus or species of a plant called marijuana, one. And two, it's like, okay, so you can't grow this plant, but if you want to call it this, you can grow this plant. It's like it's just wild, It's crazy. No. Yeah, it's so wild. Right? Mhm. Yep. Well, and what's so funny is, like, I know this from working in dispensaries back when it was just medical in Colorado. It's so funny because it's like we've been doing the decarb process the whole time. When you cure your weed, like it was just standard, understood, known in the industry that yeah, you have the tetrahydrocannabinolic acid, you have the acidic form of THC that through the decarboxylation process becomes just THC that we all know and love. And then it's funny how with the lack of a science-based mind writing the farm bill, you now have this loophole that is in some ways it sucks because in some ways, like obviously the loophole is amazing because it's allowed a lot of people access to really good cannabis. However, it's also fueled the lack of understanding of how the plant actually works. You know, you still have people you'll see that'll creep in your comments and will say THCA weed is just sprayed weed, or you know that's not real, or it's synthetic and made in a lab. And so you still, because of the loophole, there it still creates that weird gray knowledge or lack of knowledge, really, in some people that don't want to take the time to educate themselves on the plant will just, you know, run. Sadly, a lot of those people are in positions of power in the government, but they'll just run with what they think or what they've heard, and it's you know, I heard someone, I forget who, that was trying to say THCA was akin to spice. It's like in K2. I'm like, that's not at all the same thing, but, you know, it's just funny. People do that. I know. It's not. Yeah. Yeah. Right, right. Exactly. Yes, yes. Mhm. Yep, yep. Yeah, it's hilarious. It's so funny. Mhm. Right, right, right. Well, and it's just it's and what's so funny is you could go back to 2013, 14 in the medical days in Colorado and take a plant fresh off the crop, test it, it would be high in THCA. Like that's why dispensaries cut their crop and cure it and then test it and then sell it because it tests for THC. Like it's you know, it's so funny. You're exactly right, dude. It's and it's just like I'm looking through the chat. You're right. It's all wordplay. It's a game, and it's essentially. I love Taz's example because it's such an easy way to understand it. Essentially, they're saying that water, let's call water Delta 9, and ice THCA, right? Well, you can't buy water, but you can buy all the ice and all the heating elements you want and make your own water. What we're going to totally call it something different because it's cold, it looks different, it can't be the same. It's like okay, it's you know, it's just so funny, and it's just a it's turned into a semantic word salad game now, and you know, it's so funny. It's so funny. I'm at least glad though that with the you know, there's kind of this vortex like meat point that's happening. You know, you've got extension, and then you've got the election. You've got local, like we have a local election here in March where we're going to decide to decriminalize it. So you have a bunch of little marginal things along the way. So it'll be interesting to see come this time next year where all this stuff sits. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Totally. Absolutely. Yep. Oh, I know. Yep. That's so funny. That's so funny. Mm. Well, and this is no kidding, right? Right. You're gonna have a bunch of honest miners say, "Oh yeah, I bought a bunch of weed from Timmy down the street, and it wasn't that great. Oh, but I got it, and it was awesome." Like, how are you tracking that? And this is a funny segue that you mentioned this because on Marijuana Moment, one of the articles says teens are not more likely to use marijuana after legalization. Study finds. It says a study of high school students in Massachusetts found that, and again, wonder how they're measuring this. Found that youth were no more likely to use marijuana after legalization, though more students perceived their parents as cannabis consumers after the policy changed. So interesting. More of the students found out their parents admitted to using cannabis once it was legal. But even with that, think about that too. Even with their parents' admission of their use cannabis, did not necessarily cause or entice those kids to want to use. It says no statistically significant differences were found in the prevalence of a past 30-day cannabis use before and after legalization among adolescents, says the report published in the Journal of Clinical Therapeutics. The proportion of students who reported perceiving that a parent uses cannabis, however, rose from 18 to 24%. Adolescent perceptions of their parents as cannabis users increased after legalization, even before state-regulated retail sales began. That's interesting.
I think
Huh.
one of the biggest things here that we're finding out is that kids are snitches, guys. If you're doing something, don't tell your kids you're doing it because they're going to go straight to telling the entire school. Yeah, my dad smokes a shitload of weed.
Who wants the good kush? Come see my dad. That's hilarious.
Your jacket smells like
It
your
says
dad might have had the same type of plant, but yours doesn't smell as good. Does your dad need a new?
that's good. Yeah, right. It's so funny. Here it says one main finding of the study was that the likelihood of marijuana use was significantly higher among adolescents who reported perceiving that a parent, sibling, or best friend uses the drug. It says the strongest association with past 30-day use was perceived marijuana use among best friends, not parents, the study says, followed by the perception that a sibling uses cannabis both medicinally and or recreationally. Adolescents' perceptions that a parent uses medical and or adult marijuana use also associated with the likelihood over the past 30-day use. Interesting. Yeah, it says it's not news that youth are influenced by their peers, so
Oh
teenagers are
no,
more likely
yeah,
to use cannabis if they find out their friends use it. Yeah.
for sure, for sure.
Like, mm-hmm.
What's that old study about like how a parent positions wine is so important? Like it didn't the amount of or the amount of days that a mom drinks wine during a week does not influence the likelihood of the kid drinking wine.
Hmm.
It's the time of day in which the parent drinks wine. So if the parent drinks wine when they walk in the door, when they're just get home from a stressful day of work, and it's like the immediate this is going to be what calms me down type of situation, the kid's not it was like no increase in like or there was a large
Hmm.
increase on that one in likelihood that the kid was going to use it, or not use it because they're seeing them use it situationally. Meanwhile, like at dinner,
Yeah.
uh,
Hmm.
the kid doesn't really care what you're drinking at dinner because everyone just gets a beverage at dinner. You get your favorite beverage. It's part of eating.
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's wild.
So I wonder,
Huh.
like, cannabis, how do you present it kind of similarly? Yeah, like, not get home, run to the,
Right.
don't
Right.
run, and again, depends on what type of message you're trying to pass to the next generation. So, make that own
Yep.
decision.
Yep.
But running
Yep.
to the bong, I guess, could increase the
Yeah.
likelihood of your child, first of all, probably using marijuana, and then second of all, how they use it. They'll
Yeah.
probably use it to correct
Yeah.
issues because they see you use it to correct
Yes.
issues.
Yes.
If
Yep.
you,
Want it?
however, I don't know, smoke while you're watching TV to make TV better,
Yeah.
or like people would drink beers
Right.
during a basketball game type
Right.
of idea.
Right. Right. Well, and I think it's often the not only the action, but the effect of the action, right? If the child watches their dad come right home from work after a stressful day, go straight to the bong, and then he's still an asshole, that might have the opposite effect where the kid goes, okay, I'm not touching that because it just made my dad a dick. Or it could have the effect if the dad comes home, instantly hits a bong, comes out of his bedroom or wherever in his palm, that kid, you're right, is probably going to develop the, okay, well, I watch my dad, who I love and respect, use, okay, he went and all of a sudden, every just bam, bam, same thing with it with alcohol or whatever it might be, right?
Yeah.
The dad comes right home and goes to lifting weights or whatever, and they're gonna see that and want to model that because you're teaching them whether you're verbally communicating this or not. Yeah, this is what I use, which helps me. I'm teaching you the right and wrong. You're gonna obviously model me.
Oh,
You're
for
gonna
sure.
do that, absolutely. But like you said, if it's a little more, if they perceive that action as just part of your day to day, like, when you blow your nose, you're not influencing your kid to go blow his nose right now. No, he just knows that, oh, that's something you do when your nose is congested. You go blow your nose. Oh, my nose is clogged up. I'll blow my nose.
Yeah. So what do
You know
you
what I
do
mean?
when
It's a
you're
little more,
stressed?
oh, it's just yeah. Oh, I'm having a Coca-Cola while we're watching football and dad smoked a bowl. Cool.
They do the same
It's like,
thing. This is crazy.
right. Yeah, cool. Yeah. And I think what comes with that, like we've talked about this before, Jerry, like, when kids are in school, it's well, why do you have to go behind the school and smoke this joint and then try to take off your jacket before you go home? I can just go to my house and be comfortable. That's not any sort of stigmatized thing. I've seen my dad do that. I've seen my mom do that. Like that's like saying you have to go behind the school to drink a Coca-Cola. Like why can't you just go home and have a Coca-Cola? Right? It's like
Yeah.
you destigmatize that. You don't grow up with that as such a touchy thing, and then they don't feel the need to. It's not that enticing rebellion or that you know go against the narrative. It's part of, no, this is not, it's just a uh, plant, like sage is a plant. you
Yeah.
know
No, for sure. And
yeah.
it's not like we're saying it's not bad or anything. It's just like how do you portray it, right?
Yep.
Um,
Yep. No,
Playing,
absolutely.
I don't know. There is some truth. There are some article science behind it, but of course everybody's very unique too. So make sure to treat everybody as the
Oh, for
individual.
sure.
Just that quick reminder, right? But yeah, that's a good point,
Yep.
Drum Smoke. I always. What do you think about it? There were a lot of those homes. Me growing up, a lot of my friends' parents kind of had that, and I kind of scratched my head. But it was the whole narrative of smoke or drink at home. That way, nothing's gonna happen
Mm-hmm.
when you're not gonna be out
Right.
on the road. Nothing's gonna really happen to you.
Yep. Yep.
It's not a bad idea.
Yep. No. Well, and it's like and it's again, you're not telling your child, hey, if you like to use crack, just use it at home. No, like there's still a barrier, there's still a boundary there, right? But it's like,
Yeah.
hey, no, there's like for it, I didn't have that with weed growing up, but I did have that with alcohol. Like growing up, maybe once I hit like 16, if I was at home, my dad would let me try some sips of his beer. And then, hey, if I was 16 or 17, hey, you can have you're not dry, going anywhere. Have a Coors Light with me or whatever, right? Um, and you see kids that grow up in the polar opposite of that, where it's like, no, alcohol does not enter this home. We don't drink. We don't blah blah blah. And teach their own. No judgment here. But
Yeah.
those homes that are so restricted oftentimes cause children that grow up in those environments to rebound the complete opposite and just want to get into everything they could never touch because they want to see if there's any resentment with their parents, they want to see, were you bullshitting me my whole childhood? I want to get into this and see what is so bad about this. If I resent you for X, Y, and Z, then surely maybe you were bullshitting me about this.
Yeah.
And then they often go through their opposite stage and then kind of eventually balance out in the middle. And you're right. It's like, there is everything in balance and moderation, right? Yeah, you're not gonna. I don't sit with my 3-year-old on the couch and smoke a blunt. Not gonna do that. When my kid's 18, we're gonna smoke together. Like it's it's a time and place, and those boundaries change and evolve as that environment changes, as kids grow, and you have to kind of constantly course correct and find out where how is best to present that in a way that it's not stigmatized. It's not so normalized that they don't respect it and understand the time and place it should be utilized, right?
Yeah.
But it's both. Much like anything. I don't want you to be so scared of driving that you never get in a car, but I don't want you to think you're invincible and go 120 miles an hour in a 30. You know what I mean? Respect it and find that balance.
I think we see it
That's so much of what anything is balance.
Yeah. It's so in our face here in America, too. The way we set this up, kids are introduced to alcohol by their peers once they get away from all of their mentors, parents, and guardians because of how we do our educational system. You get to 18, still young, and you go to college.
Yep.
And what's funny is with those kids in those very restrictive Christian households, there's a statistic that shows so many of these children choose to go to quote unquote party schools. Because, maybe you can tell mom, dad it's because you have this program XYZ there, but a lot of them, again, not every single one of them, probably has a little bit of an urge to go experiment with alcohol and other things once they get there, and that's part of what's driving them.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, you know my upbringing. I'm a pastor's kid. I grew up in a, it wasn't like a strict Christian house. Like I couldn't watch scary movies or hang out with friends, or like I said, my dad let me have a beer. But when it came to cannabis, no. Oh yeah, Pokemon. We watched Harry Potter. Like it wasn't.
Oh yeah, you had a cool...
My parents are not weird Christians.
You had a cool
okay,
youth.
My parents are chill Christians. Yes, I had a. It was not, It's a very heavy-weighted term in today's society, so it can paint a very different picture. But when it came to cannabis, my parents were very traditional, right? It was very much like, no, this is heroin, it's crack cocaine. You don't touch it, you don't use it, you don't it'll make you crazy, make you addicted, blah blah blah. And it's. I didn't go to a party school. I didn't go to college. I was on tour, but I was a touring musician for several years, right as I hit 18, and yeah, those were some wild stories from those days. It's funny. You kind of look back at that. You're talking about, being raised in a Christian house, and it wasn't the party school, but,
Yeah.
But I still thank the Lord for those days. That's how I met my wife. I met my wife on tour. But it's just, yeah, you're right. It's like it's very important to create that balanced environment where you can. And a big reason for that is then children will feel that they can be honest with you. And feel that they can communicate that, right? Hey, I have been interested in what is weed, and I want to come ask you about it. I see that when they get to a certain age, they start noticing more. And you have to have an environment where they can communicate that, because they're going to communicate it to somebody.
Oh yeah, they're going to ask somebody
that you don't know,
and you don't want it to be the one with it in their hand, saying, "Hey, you want this?" Like, I don't know. Imagine if I put a bunch of these teeth in the joint, and then there was a whole ton of diamonds, and somebody no tolerance just went and took 3 puffs. Your kid's gonna have some strange experience.
Yep. Yes. Yep.
I don't know. Crazy days. Crazy days.
I know, man.
But it's how
Yeah,
to, we got to
it's
be
so
the
wild.
generation to change the narrative. There was some people who definitely ran it and began the changing of the narrative to this point. We just got to be the ones, since
Yes.
we have legalization possibly right there in our hands. We got to be the ones to,
We do.
bring it the rest of the way.
Yeah,
Because
I agree completely.
it's dangerous how they're going to legalize it. We still see in most of the narratives, most of our activists are going out there and fighting for this too, because we got so scared with the schedulization that almost happened. Now we see that we're going right back to the old narrative of trying to compare it to alcohol, which is so strange. So cannabis is in a strange spot where we do have the ability to, right, get medicinal properties out of it, and that would benefit society substantially to have all those medicinal properties. However, we also are in a very tough position where, as far as if we scheduleize it, this is no longer being treated as if it's an herb, a plant, etc., an herbal plant, etc. We got to keep those
True.
out of pharmacies to an extent too. Like we want,
Yes.
maybe not dispensaries. We want to start making it shops.
Yeah, and you still want to give the people the freedom to grow it themselves at home. You do not want it to be, I got to go to the Walgreens pharmacy down the road and get my pill box of cannabidol or whatever, sativa doll or
Yeah.
whatever. It's like, nah, fuck that. Like, if that's one avenue they want to go, whatever. Like, if that works for some people, props to you. Different strokes for different folks, but you gotta reserve the right to grow at home.
Yeah.
Like you said, shops where you can go buy flour and smokables and things like that.
Because the alcohol narrative comes from where it puts us in a dangerous comparison, but it comes from the standpoint that we don't want it regulated. You can tax it, but it's not to be scheduled at all. It's to be, as we said earlier, sage, basil. It's an herb, it's a plant, Many of these change how you feel, can change a bit your effects,
Oh yeah. Yep.
you know.
CJ and Ganja Bear have officially joined. What's up,
Yo,
fellas? How are
good
you?
morning, everybody. I wish I could turn my camera on, but I only got one on my laptop, and my phone is busted the fuck up.
Man, that sucks. No worries, homie.
I hope everybody out there having a great morning. I'm finna roll a fatty for y'all. Even though y'all can't see it, just know I'm talking good for you.
CJ, I think you're muted, homie.
Man,
Yeah,
I
he was
think I'm finna
surprised
roll
to find that.
guys, I found a $35 zip ski. I got 2 zips for $80 the other day, and they smacking.
Bro.
They smacking.
Hell yeah. What you call a deal? That's the definition of smoking good and paying less, homie.
Bro, if you ask me. I also got a QP, bro. I thought 2 zips for 80 was a deal. That boy found a QP for 90 or 89. Yeah,
QP.
89.
What? Damn,
QP
dude.
for 90. I mean, probably
That's
gonna be
crazy.
some straight bunk, but like, bro, at 90 the QP,
That's
that's
like,
like $23 a zip, like $22 a zip, something like that.
That's crazy. It's like Jackson. They did their Reggie deal for Black Friday. It was 3 pounds for like 100 something.
Bro, what? You said
Insane.
3 pounds?
3 pounds, dude. Yeah, the Jackson's deal. It's probably still up. Let me look real quick. It's nuts.
Ooh, CBD or not? That's crazy, boy.
Yeah, right. And their Reggies ain't bad. I had bought a pound of the Reggies like 6 months ago. It's not bad. It's a good smoke.
Loud pack.
They get the
Yeah,
option
dude.
to like.
Yeah, here, Black Friday, 3 pounds Reggies, all keefed and terp for $189.
What the hell? Okay.
That's just thinking about
Buy
value of-
OregonHemp.com.
It's a good deal. It's a good deal. I'm not discrediting the deal. Who do you need that much CBD Reggie for?
Yeah, agreed. Unless you're gonna press all of it, right? Like,
Yo,
other than that, but like, You gonna smoke 3 pounds of Reggie's? I mean, that's
Like,
cool.
bro,
No judgment. Like, if that's the
You're
vibe
just
you want to do, power to you. I've pressed
you're
it. I bought the
buying
pound
it
of
to
Reggie's and
flex
pressed it,
it in
and it was
videos.
medicinal as shit.
You just want
It's
jars
not
full of
realistically-
flour behind you. There's just giant jars of
Yeah, right.
flour
Literally
behind
a
you.
stage prop.
You take a
realistically,
gram
like, bro,
of,
like,
a
you know
gram
what
of
I'm
C
saying?
loud, a gram of that, 2 gram blunt, and you faced it. Fire.
Hmm You
Even
buy it for just for like clickbait videos, like
bro,
a 10, 50-gram joint or whatever.
even if it was good quality, like by
Shit
the
like
time
that.
that you get done with the first pound, everything else gonna be super reg. Cause you thought it was Reggie at first, and by the time you get done with the first
Right,
pound, the rest of
right.
the pounds are gonna be like cobwebs, cuz.
Oh my.
Hey, but what you know
Oh, that's
about that
funny.
100-gram joint?
And then
Yeah,
gram
right?
What do you know about that 100-gram joint, Ganja?
The
Man?
quarter-pound joint. I do not know nothing about no QP joint, cuz. Keep that to
Me neither.
yourself, bro. Keep that to yourself.
This is the
That'd be
biggest I ever
crazy,
did.
dude.
I don't need
That's
none of that
fucking
around here,
insane.
cuz.
The biggest joint I ever did, bro, was
Hey, no, low key, we need that for the squad though. That's
One of
right
these,
now. If we had one of them, that's an ounce for everybody in this bit.
this bitch.
Oh, you got a black, you got a
Crazy.
rocket, you got a black rocket.
This shit was a
You
half
make
pound,
black
I'm telling you,
rockets now?
Yeah.
What? What? That bit probably hit crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yo. I had the regular, like the organic, but I ain't know they made black versions now. That's wild.
Yeah, man, that shit's crazy.
What's the
For
difference?
real.
I'm missing it. Where's the rocket?
Cheers, y'all.
Big rips. I'm about to get one in too. Hell yeah.
I still gotta get a new piece. Bro, when I get a new phone, bro, I'm finna come back with the baddest piece ever. Like, I'm finna be ripping some ripskis, man. Y'all, like, so fat that y'all gonna be able to feel the smoke through the cam. Like, that's how hard I'm finna be. Nah, let me shut up. Let me shut up.
No, hey, it's all good. Yo, we just had 2 more quick things on news. It really came down to the science of everything. Happy to have a few more people's opinions in here because, people are probably tired of hearing my opinion. So, Ganja Bear, CJ.
It
Yes,
is.
sir, indeed.
Since we're finally getting some studies going on in cannabis, I'm not sure if y'all picked up because a lot of the planning for this week was done this morning. Did you guys see that, marijuana and opiates are being shown to actually be equally efficient in taking care of one's pain?
I have not seen that, but
lots of types of pain.
I've had some, like, strenuous, like, very, like, deep studies that I've did myself, and I could tell you that that's 100% true.
Ganja Bear's been been a
Been
guinea pig
studying.
actually for the last 3 years on this very study myself, and I can tell
Yeah,
you.
I can definitely say weed can help with, pain and shit, man.
The thing
just
is-
like a fucking, or not even just pain, dude, with anything that maybe you might use a fucking opiate for. I don't know what you're
Tree?
using them for, like,
Tree?
really, but I don't use them. I
Tree
can eat
can-
all day, so I don't need them,
Tree can help out with, like, physical pain, and it can assist mental shit, you know what I'm saying? But hey, dude, bro, one thing that people need to understand: you cannot use tree solely to fix something mentally. Like, that is something that you gotta fix within yourself, for real, for real. You can't be using bud for that, because if anything, eventually, if you just trying to use bud for that, you're just gonna make the problem worse.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Facts.
For
And
sure.
then you're gonna be relying on
I
bud.
look at it as like, if you've got an issue, if here's you right now and you after this issue, okay, cannabis can be the bridge. It can get you from where you are to where you want to be, but you have to still put the work in. And if you just use cannabis to distract yourself from whatever that thing is, you will find that your tolerance will skyrocket simply because your set and setting will become shit because you're trying to use it to solve a problem that it can't. That you got to solve
bro.
with something else in your life. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Whatever
for
that might
sure.
be.
Just like that before, bro. I got like that sometimes, bro.
Same.
For
Oh,
sure.
100%, man. Facts. I
feel
mean, I
like
can think back to
anybody that smoked
some
for
low
real,
points, you know?
anybody that smoked for real had some shit like that for real.
Yep. You know, you got something that you don't want to deal with, and at first it might work. You get lit a couple times, yeah, you don't think about it. You have that relief for a couple hours where you're not thinking about that. But I look at that as in the short term, that is the good solution. If you don't think about it, if you're not paralyzed by the thought, then you can take action to fix it. But if you get stuck in just numbing yourself from thinking about it,
Yeah.
then right, and then over time, that thought gets
Bro,
louder and louder. You got to smoke more and more, and then you're like,
they gonna
nothing's
catch
working.
up to you. They
100%.
always catch up to you. You can't run from what's in you.
100%. Nope. And the opposite is also true. If you are willing to be mentally strong and deal with your shit and have a content life, you will not have to smoke as much to feel fucking great. Like,
Oh, for
if
sure.
you are in a place where things are good, like, your cannabis will go a lot farther and will do more for you because you're in a place of contentment and balance and clarity, and you can't be there all the time. Life is life, but if you can do your best to be there as much as
Touche.
possible, you know,
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
for sure.
There's a
Solid
big
work.
difference on the
Words.
side effects too, as typically with opiate treatments, they would see that the individuals would have problems regulating their relaxation, sleeping on a schedule, and with possible mood swings. Marijuana wasn't giving the people. Again, this was on a double-blind trial, so this is still early studies we're looking at. There could be different studies that come out that report something different, because this is one of the first since this has just become legal. But there's literally the side effect. You're and then this study didn't even really go into the addictive personalities.
All I want to say is I ain't never heard a commercial with some tree, and at the end, I never seen a fucking commercial for Bud for real. Yes, I have. I can't say I
Sure.
haven't. I have. But anyone that I have seen, I have never seen at the end. It's like you're gonna fucking die if you smoke the shit.
Well, no.
You're gonna get fucking cancer and all the
Yeah,
fucking
I
kidney
was just about
stones
to
and
say
pissing
that,
out
bro.
blood.
Bro,
Yeah,
when
all
you
the
have the opiates and the pills, it's like, oh, the fucking side effects. It might be liver damage, death, fucking
Oh god.
AIDS. I don't fucking know.
yeah.
I love how
If you
all
had
of
a
them have
Bud commercial, it would be
sudden
like,
death.
your
This
side
got blood.
effects.
Shit, kiss those.
This might make your music awesome. If you liked cartoons before, just wait. Like
Weight gain,
like,
weight lost, dry mouth.
They need to
What
make that shit, bro.
You thought your mom
keeps
knew how to
going.
throw down in the kitchen? Wait till you try your food
Dude,
off.
they've had commercials for fucking cigarettes, for fucking alcohol. Where's the weed commercials? Bring them.
They don't want them, bro,
Bring-
because you know why? Because they don't want to help people. They just want to bring them down.
Well, that all comes down to, again, how does it get legalized? What happens in the next steps? Right now, you could probably see a version of that in some of these hemp states with how the laws are all currently lying. If a hemp company was bold enough with enough money, they could throw together an advertisement. But their typical budget is investing in social media, building it's a tough game, but they could. I don't see why they couldn't arguably do it. It's hemp. Maybe you can't have, most networks maybe have a ban on hemp. That might be a possibility.
The
But
commercial
legally,
probably would have to be so drastically different though, to where it's like not even a commercial, it's just like a skit. I mean, that's all the commercial is, you know what I'm saying?
Oh
But I
yeah,
don't
you see
think
like
that,
people running through a field and they're all smiling, and this medicine might give you depression, death, calamity, but please take it.
Like,
that's crazy.
I feel like they're not gonna be able to like make a commercial and for real sell the product, because I feel like that would
true.
be probably some loophole where it's illegal to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that they can't make any medical claims or anything like that, and like you barely see any Bud commercials, and there has to be a reason for that. If they could make commercials on the daily, why would they not? They will try to be getting themselves out there, no matter the amount of money. Somebody on the side
There's
of the
definitely
street on a
restrictions on why
commercial
they
where they
can't.
have
Yeah.
enough money. You know what I'm saying? If you got the money and you just in your crib, you want some shit to be advertised, bro. Go somebody locally in your money about 1,500. You own you got a commercial now. You got a fucking commercial now. So I know these companies can do the same as that thing. Cause I could go do it if I so pleased to just promote my fucking bullshit on YouTube, like Rilio.
Hey, we are living in that. I wonder how much living in the Poja Jewel world attributes to this, right? Because Jewel had TV
Yeah,
commercials. Jewel had
Yep.
Facebook ad campaigns. They now
Yeah.
no nicotine, let alone no alcohol, let alone no
Yeah.
are advertised on social media, and then on TV you only basically see beer commercials now.
Yeah.
I know I've been seeing beer commercials and fucking. Oh my god, you know that badass like Camel commercial, bruh? I would never. I do not condone smoking cigarettes, but a Camel,
You
bro, a
see a
Camel
cigarette
commercial would damn near
commercial?
make you
I
want to.
thought they were banned.
Joker's candy.
No, bro, I'm saying you don't remember. I'm saying you don't remember the Camel commercials.
Oh
Called them
yeah,
bad.
back in the day, absolutely.
And that's what I'm saying, bro. And I'm like, I'm condone cigarette use, but that bitch damn near make you want to spark one up. But like,
Yeah. Speaking
and
of
then,
sparkling one
hey,
up, I'm gonna load a bowl. I don't know if y'all are gonna load one up with me. I'm gonna
don't
load a
let me
bowl
get
of some
started on that
Moroccan
Jose.
peaches keef.
Oh, that shit sounds so
Oh,
delicious.
I have no
Don't
idea.
let me
Load
get
up one with
started
me,
on
y'all.
that. Don't let me get started on that Jose though. Stay thirsty, my friends. Hey,
Stay thirsty, my friend. He's so funny.
I saw two of their
Okay.
10-gram keefs drop to $50 at a point, and that's when I snagged the candy apple and the
Hell
green
yeah.
keef.
Candy
Ooh.
apple is so gas. I'm telling you,
I
I
bet
bet
that's
that's
delicious.
today on it.
yeah,
yeah.
but
Yes.
talking about Keith, y'all talking about Keith. I'm gonna have to stun on y'all. I got these little like, I be got these little. Dang, I wish I could turn my camera on. I got like nugs just covered in Keith. They like desert rocks. They like more out the distillate. Cause
I'll
Oh,
freeze
nice.
if all this Joker's candy
That's
right
right.
now. How much keef you think
Hell
I get
yeah.
for my half ounce?
you said what?
Well,
How much keef you think I would get for my half ounce?
How much Keith you think you like?
A decent
Depending
amount,
on the volume
I
of the flour, I say like
Yeah.
the most you could get. The most you could get is 7 grams if it's like some insanely, extremely
Facts.
pressure stuff. But like probably
yeah, which
3.5.
micron level?
Yeah, that's another
Bro.
big factor.
True shit. I don't even
What
know.
that is? What that is, CJ?
Joker's candy.
Oh, that
This
just
shit
sounds
kinda-
fire.
This shit
That
kind of
sounds so
funky
good.
though. This shit
Yeah, got a
funky.
funk to it.
Damn.
I mean,
Hell yeah.
I only wanted to try Jokers, bro. That be like it's like white ranch crossed with jet fuel gelato. That junk sounds so delicious.
It's about
We
that
got a
nice, but,
question in
well,
the stage
Badass
chat.
nug.
In your humble opinion, we can all go around and answer this. As it's definitely there's not one answer here. In your humble opinion, what would you personally smoke out of to get highest?
smoke
That
out
bomb all
of.
day, all ding day. Cut ain't no other way around it. I don't know. I mean, somebody might have another option that I might have, and I might not be saying, but I say
To
bomb
get the
all day.
highest. I
Bomb
don't know,
all
man.
day.
Bomb
Get you a
definitely
beaker,
fries
fill
me.
that bit up. Fill that bit up to the top, cuz if you like, this is the guaranteed way to get as fried as possible. Do this, like, take your long, like, bro, fill a bowl to the top, right? To the fucking brim, okay? Oh, you don't, bro. You don't, bro. No space left. No space left for nothing else.
So
Take that bowl, put it inside of the bong now, all right? And breathe out. Breathe out as hard as you can. Like, just blow out. Just blow out till you can't no more. Just,
bro, I can 3 times that high.
after you
Okay.
do that,
So
After
first
you
of
do that,
all,
Yeah.
so
rip that bong and take it down to this fucking ash. I don't want to see any greens left in that bowl, bro. You hear me? Cash that shit. Cash that shit. You're gonna get so fried.
you have to do is go get that new smoker that Snoop Dogg is selling. Put all your weed in there to decarb it. Once you get that, you go and you make edibles. And this is technically smoking because you used a smoker. And then when you eat the edibles, the D9 turns to 11 hydroxy THC, which affects you at 3 times the rate.
Okay, so I'll say aside from Jerry's semantic loophole of smoking for eating,
THCA is a
I
loophole.
would say you're right. Touche. I would say if we're talking just smoking inhalation into the lungs, I would say a bong with an ash catcher. In my opinion, like a perked ash catcher makes the hit even smoothest, and then I would take both the bong and the ash catcher and pop it in your freezer for about an hour to 2 hours before you smoke. It will, in my opinion, make the smoothest hit and allow you to take the longest rip, and that's gonna fry you. So that's me. That's what I do.
Bongs
Hey,
though
I
for
mean,
sure.
Biggest
I
blunt in
mean,
the
argue with
world
that
and
one.
face
Argue with
it
that
till you can't even take another hit.
the most all at once. There's that crazy piece I seen though, because everybody's
one.
always wanted to smoke an entire blunt through a bong all at once, right? So it's basically a piece that holds your blunt, and then you smoke
Are
the
you talking
whole
about the
blunt
blunt
all.
banger, cuz?
I
Are
think
you
that's
talking
what
about the
it's
blunt
called.
banger?
I'm forgetting the name.
Little skunky, cuz. Little skunky blunt banger bowl. That's exactly the name
Oh,
of
those
it.
are
That
fire.
would probably get you very high if
Bro,
you.
bro, the biggest. Take my method. You guys know I roll fucking doinks every day, man. Take that and put it into a blunt bowl and just rip that bitch out the biggest bong you got.
But nah, though. Honestly, cuz. Honestly, the thing is with a blunt, you're not gonna be able to just pull the whole blunt and run pull. So the bong rip still gonna get you high. You still gonna have to sit there.
Yeah, you gonna be getting cooked
You
still.
just can't just like you know what I'm saying. You just can't just chug that bit.
It'll be like a moon rock bowl. That shit just keeps smoking.
Ooh,
Well,
yeah.
now that's for real the Fridays you can get right there. Now, look, we really want to talk Fridays, and we're not talking about like, all right, if I can put something in your hands to get you fried, if you know what I'm saying. Like, if we not just talking about anything that you got getting you the most fried, because I can take any bud and it's always gonna give me the highest out the bone. But now if I can place things into your hand now, and we
Mm-hmm.
can add the variables to the situation,
Mm-hmm.
diamonds, boom
Mm-hmm.
rock, and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
on top of a bone. That's the
Yes,
highest
sir.
you're getting. That's the highest
Yes,
you're
sir.
getting.
Or do flour, layer of keef, diamonds, and then fresh press on top.
Oh,
Melt
I
all
think it's
that
a
shit.
rosin. I think it's a rosin,
Slow
but you
it,
don't really want
melt
to
it
put
all
rosin
in,
in a
watch it
bong,
bubble.
Kyle. You don't want to put rosin in a bong for real,
Oh,
though.
bro, no, you fresh press melt that over some flour. That's a different day, dude. The
I bet.
bowl lasts way longer. The flavor, I'm telling you, that is
You better
oh,
listen to him.
I had
I
some like
love
banana.
that. I love that sometimes more than taking a dab of fresh press.
Oh, that's coming from the dab people. Y'all heard
I
that? This
mean,
is a
I
flip.
mean it. Now, quality in, quality out. I'm not going to put any sort of concentrate necessarily in my bowl, but something that I fresh press, pop
Yeah.
right on top of there, and just put that
Yeah.
lighter over there. Watch it melt into the flour. Oh, it's a different day. I'll have to do a video on it. I love doing that. I
It's a
grew up doing
Gotta
that.
be a
different
beautiful
day.
shot.
It's so good.
Gotta
Oh,
be a
for
beautiful
sure,
shot.
dude. There's a shout out to I think he still makes videos. This dude's been doing it for like 20 years. Token Daily. I think his username is Token GLX on YouTube. The dude is like the OG of weed tubers. Um, I used to watch him back in like middle school days. And that's where I first watched it. He would take, get dispensary concentrates and stuff, and he was the king of those melt shots. And he would have the best shot of it melt. It was so dope. So I'll have to do that. It's a great way
Hella
to get
dope.
stoned, y'all. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I
That's
done
good.
took rosin out the bong and for sure it hit, but that shit tastes good too.
Oh yeah,
I had some like
no doubt.
blueberry rosin, bro. That was the first time I tried rosin. I only got to try it like two times. This shit crazy. First time I bought rosin, bro, I got it for like 25 a gram. I was so happy about the deal. I was finally able to try rosin, bro.
Mm.
I only got to take one scoop, like two scoops out the jar, and I lost it.
Ooh,
Oh wow.
Mm.
that's
That
fucked.
was tragic.
You got too
I
fake.
I
get
need to
that,
try
dude.
rosin again. I still haven't bought any since then, cause like, bro, if that's my luck with that shit, I don't need it.
Yo, Reese, how are
Right.
you doing over there on YouTube? Just because of time, moving on to we gotta talk about these deals. Thank God Ganja Bear's here so that he can talk
There's hella
Oh, you
about these
already
little
know the
catch
deals ain't nothing
lines,
to talk about. I
smoking
already
good
talked
and
about the
banging.
deals.
Yes, but we gotta break it down. We gotta break it down. We're at that deal section now.
All right, it's Black
I
Friday, bro. I mean, Cyber Monday tomorrow, cuz y'all better hop on and get y'all last little deals from the Black Friday that y'all can, cause they finna pull out some new stuff tomorrow that y'all wasn't expecting to get pulled out, and also they're gonna end all of these Black Friday deals by the end of the tomorrow. So y'all better get y'all fucking
Hey
bread
man,
right now. Get
stay
your
tuned
bread
for
right.
Cyber Monday though. It's gonna be going crazy.
what do you got? What do you got for deals though?
All
Like
right, so
JK's got the
yeah,
two
we
$50 ounces. You have black
JK got
tie.
$50 zip screw. So that mean you know what that mean, people. You know what that mean? That mean you can get a QP for 200 out the door. QP for 200 out the door. JK got you right. Got you smoking good and paying less.
Facts they do,
Hoogity
man.
Hemper, I'm not sure they
Nice.
still have it. I picked up on this. don't know. I don't want to say I don't recommend you to because I haven't seen it myself personally, and I really don't like recommending people stuff that I don't know because I would hate for you to go buy some mid. You know what I'm saying? But CBD hemp direct at the price, honestly, we all buying mid, and we can't be mad. If you're mad, you're kind of goofy. $23 a zip cut. Go make some fucking edibles or something. But you know what I'm saying? QP for $90, hard to fucking beat. Hard to
yeah.
beat.
Yeah.
Then that CBD hemp direct. They have banana mints, Tahoe OG, and black ice. And we got Jay Liddy. Jay Liddy got $85 zips. I forgot the
yeah.
name of the strain.
Yeah,
They
bro,
got he
going
got
crazy.
$70 zips. You can cop banana runts,
Yep.
sunset sherbet, or high octane, which is
That
sunset
banana
sherbet
runs
cross
was lit
octane.
too.
Just cop the high octane if you want some sunset sherbet. It only
He
makes
dropped
sense.
some new fire, man. He's got some
Yeah,
new
he did.
fire. He was smoking on some Rain Man last night, dude.
Ooh.
Oh my lord.
Yep.
Oh yeah, he got
Fucking,
QPs that are. Oh yeah, if you fuck with
Magnum
QPs, like, if
OG
you
X
balling,
Mendo bread. Yeah.
you trying to ball on a budget, go get you some like a good quality QP, not just some boofaroni. You know what I'm saying? Go get you a good quality QP for the low. Jay
Hell
Liddy
yeah.
got hold up, smoking on some shit called what? Sentiments? Is that what it is? Cause I can.
Silver
Oh,
Dream.
Silver
that's
Dream.
some-
All I thought was SI. Oh my goodness, Silver Dream, dude. Not sentiments, even better. Goodness gracious,
The
pipe down
strawberry
with the gas.
shooter was
yeah.
nice.
But he
So
got
nice.
QP. Or that Rain Man that Jay Liddy was just talking about. I mean, CJ Will do was talking about. Jay Liddy got QPs of that shit for like less than 300. I'm not gonna tell you an exact price because I'm gonna be lying to you. I'm not gonna tell you the exact price. I don't remember. It's less than
Bro,
300.
this Joker's candy is so fucking dense.
That sounds
Mm.
delicious.
Fuck.
Who else got some deals?
Cheers, y'all.
Black Tie.
Hey,
Black
man,
Tie. They
what
got
is
like Black Tie got like 30% off on top of the creator code. So say, all right, so bro, you gonna put something in your cart, you gonna automatically see that they take like $30 off. Go use code G Bear on top of that. Go use code Elevated on top of that. You know what? It save even more, cause you get to save 25% off on the 30%. You know what that means? You saving 50%. What the Bro, Black Tie is going crazy right now, bro. They're going crazy, bro. They're going wild. Last night, about 2 zips of indoor shake, 1 zip of a smalls,
Okay.
greenhouse smalls, for 110. I looked at the base price of that shit. That shit would have ran me like damn near $300 if it wasn't for the code. That was like it was like 200. It was definitely like hold up, cause the smalls by themselves like $90. Then the 2 zips of shake is like $80. So it was damn near 200. My bad, not 300. I'm tripping. But like it was down to 200 before the code. So almost got $100 off, bro. Basically, like what the fuck, almost.
Wow.
Hell
They
yeah.
doing it crazy over there, Black. I mean,
That's
for
crazy.
and then Black Tie, they got some pressure. If y'all like Jay Liddy, y'all gonna love Black Tie because they're basically they're the same farm, but they have different strains. You know what I'm saying? So if you see some flavors that if you like the quality of Jay Liddy, you see some different flavors from Black Tie, you're probably gonna fuck with the Black Tie as well.
Yeah.
And then let's see, what other deals have I seen? Lucky Elk Farm got a zip for 70, like 3, something like that.
That's
Some
not
like
bad.
look,
That makes
some
me kind of
purple
want to try them. A new person with a
Yeah.
budget play.
yeah. I mean, hey, you know, Godric want to try them always. I've been looking at it for a minute. Ooh, what about hash? What about? Hey,
Ash?
let me think. If you want to make
Ah,
your own hash, actually have a deal. If you know how to make your own hash, what's his name? Hoku got halves of key for $40, meaning you can get a zip for like 80, and you can use a
Yeah.
discount code on top of that to say like 10%. So we're talking like $76 zip out the door, something like that. That's some
Wow.
Keef.
I'm about to make some of that myself today.
I might, man, with this Joker's candy.
Hell yeah, dude.
CBDDY also.
That joint right now.
Me too, bro. I just got a nice little, well, it's a blunt, but shit, it's a fatty. I just CBDDY. They got some like if some indoor for insanely low prices, like $100 a zip on all their stuff right now. And bro, I'm trying, bro, y'all, bro. Their stuff being $100 a zip is kind of wild. Their stuff is kind of next level. I mean, I ain't had them in a minute, so I can't really speak on that because I ain't tried none of the stuff that I'm speaking on, so I can't really tell you about those strains specifically. But the quality of their flower has always been crazy. And then OCO Botanicals, another company putting out straight pressure, and just like CBDDY, they actually grow some. They grow their own stuff.
Okay.
CBDDY don't grow. They grow a lot of their flower. OCO grow like all of their flower, I'm pretty sure, except like a little bit of it. So yeah, I can't say all of it. So yeah, majority of their flower is grown. They got some Munster cookies for 100 to zip, Captain Crunch berries for 100 to zip, and Crystal
All
Coma
a
for
bunch of
100 to zip.
options.
Come on now.
But with Cyber
Big.
Monday being so dang close, everybody, you want to stay on top of the rest of these deals since we got a lot of deals coming on up. Make sure that you're a part of the Discord if you're not already a part of the Discord. That way you can watch Ganja Bear post these as they come out. That way you know exactly what to cop, when to cop it before
I just
it
found a
sells out.
$1.99.
Because
I just found a $2 bone. Another Black Friday deal.
These-
Smoke good and pay less
that
people.
HMP, man, are doing freebies in every fucking order, man. They're throwing in random shit, random freebies, dude. Dude, tap into the Discord. They got fucking shit going on, man. They're back to the OG prices for Black Friday shit. It's pretty lit.
Nice.
I found a bong for $1.99 at the weed box. So if y'all down bad, need a bong, y'all don't really care what that shit look like, go pick you up a little silicone piece. Stop breaking your fucking pieces, man. Stop breaking them damn pieces. Go get a $2
I
bong.
hate them shits.
you said a $2
They taste so
bong?
bad.
Yes, bro.
They taste so bad.
Yeah, of course, bro. It's $2 though.
And then even
Bad
after
to the
you
pockets.
clean
That tastes real
you
good to the
clean it with-
pockets.
You clean it with alcohol, and it tastes like the alcohol after it. It's like
Yeah,
so
for
bad.
sure though, for sure. You can never once. All right, now the first month of having it, you can clean it and still get clean rips. You know what I'm saying? After like a month of having after a month of having a silicone piece, bro, it's done for. It's tarnished. You're gonna taste every strain you've been smoking the entire time you've been using it. Every time you smoke it, and you're not gonna taste the bud. You're gonna taste the resin from that shit. Ew.
But it was $2.
Yucky, he says.
$2.
That's insane. I just
That's
got
wild.
a new beaker for like fucking 80, bro.
See, look, you're not
This
supposed to
shit
say
says
that.
something
That ain't no
stupid
deal,
on
cuz.
it.
That ain't no
Look at
$199 bong.
This shit fucking says 420 and made in the USA all over it. Like, what the
It wasn't $199 though. I can tell you
That's
that.
funny.
Was it made in the USA?
shit? Probably not.
Nah, that shit
That'd be
was
the
made.
most ironic, funny part.
That shit was probably made.
Made in China or some shit stamped on the bottom.
Nah, that
Cooked
shit.
over in
I mean,
fucking
probably
Smoke
made in
Cartel
Australia.
talking about they extended, I think, their Black Friday to today. If not, wait till tomorrow, because if their Cyber Monday was like their Black Friday, there was a point where like some stuff was 30% off, and on glass, that's insane for anybody shipping glass to even think about putting discounts really on. I don't know. When I looked at the logistics of running a glass business, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Because you start to worry about returns and you start to worry about replacements. It starts to get a little expensive.
Yeah,
I'm not
cause
sure.
that big break through shipping, you definitely gotta do something about it. You can't just be like,
brands
yeah,
I've got
sorry
them bought
guys.
from have like they have like 1 year warranties and shit, like everything. It's super lit.
Yeah.
A couple brands I rock with. There's one it's like LA Glass. I got a beaker from them one time and had a warranty on that bitch. I got a new one for free. So they probably
yeah.
ate a little bit of change on that with hella homies. They probably so that probably fucks motherfuckers up selling glass.
Yeah, for sure.
Shit. Where's my damn light? Cheers, man. Joker's candy. Big doinks
Cheers.
with the glass filter in that bitch.
What else did we have to go through? We had some announcements, of course. The server changed a whole lot overnight, a couple nights ago. A lot of stuff's named differently. You should be able to find your way around better, actually, now.
The bot still hates me.
CJ still swears. It makes the bot angry on a very often basis. But don't let that dissuade you, because next week, with my time off, I'll be spending a whole lot of it in the server. We got some giveaways that we were able to get put together. We got a lot of THCA flour that we're going to be able to give away for contests. That's always a lot of fun, you know. As earlier, what we mentioned, THCA flour is the real deal. We got Discord Nitro memberships. Discord Nitro is always, you know, it's fun. We got a couple Amazon gift cards because Christmas is almost here. And everybody's probably got a lot of Christmas gifts to still buy.
Holidays
So, let us help you. We got content info is all dropping next week, so just make sure that you guys are, again, over in the Discord. The website's coming soon.
I do it.
Just put together the whole write-up for it, so now it's about solidifying a contract to get it built, because a few things are going to be custom elements, and that's always fun. But that's good, guys. Give that about a month or so. That's going to have reviews, discounts, potentially.
Need any help or anything, man, let me know.
News, the merch. Where'd he go? Did Bear go? Oh, he's trying to join on his phone.
I don't know where
looks
he went.
like.
He disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like it could have been a.
Hey.
Oh, camera on. Motherfucker.
Let's go.
Had to show the blunt.
Yeah.
On everything.
It went from being a very simple website to all of a sudden not being simple quite at all. Because the interface stopped making sense. I was talking through it with a couple of design friends, and they're like, okay, so how are people supposed to click through the website? I'm like, that is a wonderful question. So
What are you setting it up with?
that's the thing. Yeah, it's no longer going to be based on WordPress, because it's can't be built in a simple measure. It's going to have a couple custom. No, I'm very against all of the custom website making softwares. Squarespace, Weebly, Wix. They maintain ownership over your website, over your creative. You can't export the site off. If you do successfully export the website off, you can't really maintain and manage it on your new host. And they triple charge you. They charge you 3 times the amount they need to for you to have the hosting to keep the website up because of the simplistic interface. So I would rather shell out a few dollars at the beginning and get it hosted on Bluehost. Just a long-term hosting solution. It's like GoDaddy, but they've always been cheaper.
Come on, brother. They got a cool logo like GoDaddy, though.
No, and they don't have a bunch of half-naked women dancing in their advertisements either. So,
Come on, bro. We don't want no. We don't want to be represented by they lame ass. What? Let me stop. Shit.
I'm gonna start judging companies based on who their web hosting provider is. You really are hosted right on Amazon Web Servers? Are you kidding me? Are you that much of a sellout?
Oh, bro.
Hosted on Namecheap? What, do you think they were going to be cheap because their name is Namecheap? What are you doing, man?
People just be infinite, bro.
See? They saw the name Namecheap and they got all excited when they really should have been using Bluehost.
They should really be using GoDaddy because, like, GoDaddy has boobs in their commercial. They sad. Let me shut up.
Can your fucking joint stand up? Just sit on the table.
Yeah. Yeah, look. I don't know what happened, but look. Stop trying that boy be purling the fuck out my blunts, cuz. You see that, CJ?
It is standing.
No, your shit's spinning. To be honest.
It's spinning?
Had me spinning after I light it up.
It's
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
You know,
it'll be a one-stop shop for everything joint effort. Everything that kind of moved from the server is to be better organized or actually organized on the website. So all the different companies, all the best discount codes.
You want to see what company really got that gas, man?
Yeah.
That gas for your ass.
Links
you
to
want to
all
know
our
if a deal really
reviews
working
from them.
for real? That's joint effort. If you see a new company you don't know about they have for real, that's joint effort. Bro, we here to assist on the gas needs.
Gas, motherfucking needs. Hey, that Checkers candy is hitting nice, man. Pretty solid.
You want to sign us off, Ganja Bang?
Candy apple was way better. Candy apple goes crazy.
All right, then. And with that, guys, thank you everybody for tuning in this week. It was an awesome episode. Much appreciation. I hope you all continue to smoke gas through the week and enjoy the week ahead. You know, happy holidays. Save yourself some dollars. Save your pockets a little bit of bread on Cyber Monday. You know, don't go broke just because there's some deals, but, you know, get yourself some deals. And we'll see you next week.
Hell yeah. I'm playing
Peace.
GTRP.